Hey everyone, today I am here to talk about all things journaling, from bullet journaling to writing in a regular writing journal and things like that. And of course, it's not a pen boutique video without an audio issue. I'm here to give you a voiceover as we have no sound on these videos, so bear with me throughout this whole process. In the beginning, I started to show everybody in the class my different journals. I have a travel journal, I have a bullet journal, writing journal, I have a hobonichi, as well as a junk journal. And during this time, I was able to give little tips and tricks that I had. For example, here in my writing notebook, or I should say journal, I didn't force myself to write a certain amount each day. I just felt like when I needed to stop, I stopped. And I also answered some questions, so people in the class had some questions tailored to specific types of journaling and my methods, as well as if I carry all my journals with me at all times. And the answer is yes and no, depending on what I'm doing, where I am, or maybe who I'm with. I typically try to travel with multiple journals at a time, just in case, for example, I have a receipt or a part of a gift wrapping that I want to keep, and I might put it in a travel journal, but I might also put it in a junk journal as well. And here I am just explaining each of the spreads that I have on the paper and how far in advance I prep my hobonichi weeks. As you can see in the hobonichi weeks, there are some days where I am a little lazy and I just feel like scrapbooking, and I put everything and anything on the 2 pages together and don't write a single word. As you can see here, I have the week prepped in advance. There are times where I don't have enough time to prep it in advance, but I do try my best to make sure that I'm always prepared in advance for the week ahead. Yet another question, and I do actually remember this question specifically. This question was about inks, and if I had a separate book for inks. Considering you all know that I love inks, you would think I have a ink journal or an ink swatch book, yet I don't. Surprise, surprise, I don't. I do use a Lloydstrom A5 dot grid notebook for any of the videos I do for social media, so as you can see here, I have 2 different ones, and I do the swatches in there, but I don't have anything specific for ink or any ink that I have. Now, this is the fun part. I taught everybody how to make a quote-unquote stamp out of a piece of paper. Obviously, it's not a real stamp and you can't use it at the post office, but it's rather something that everybody can put in their journal, bullet journal, junk journal, as a little takeaway from today. So each person got a different size piece of paper, and at this time they were designing their little stamp. They could use pencil, they could use the highlighters that were provided, or even watercolor. And I have some examples here of actual stamps that I've made out of erasers. Stay tuned for a class about that coming in August. I'm super excited. But they took the time to create their own little stamp, and you'll see at the end how it's made. I will say, seeing everybody's stamp come to life was really, really cool, and seeing everybody's approach was also awesome. Literally, look at this Miffy. So cute. Here, this was the fun part. We took the hole punch and punched out the border to make it a little bit more realistic. And at the end of the session, I took some time to clarify more questions and answer anything that anybody had on their mind before ending it off. And I would like to say thank you to everybody that came to the class. You did such a good job. You can see here the stamps are awesome. I hope you had a great time, and I'll catch you at the next one.